Hello everyone and welcome to Shell Point Today for Tuesday, December 1st. I'm Dan Philgreen. On today's program, Boren will tell us all about the Southwest Florida Symphony Series concerts coming to Shell Point starting this month. And with just a few days left in this year's Employee Christmas Fund Drive, Cathy Miskell will give us the latest in her Attitude of Yes segments. But first, this Thursday, don't miss a great opportunity to get into the Christmas spirit with the annual tree lighting ceremony. Due to expected inclement weather, all festivities this year will be held inside the village church, beginning at 6:30 p.m. with refreshments and music. Then at 7:15, you'll enjoy more Christmas favorites from the Shell Point Singers. That's this Thursday, beginning at 6:30 at the village church. This weekend, the Season of Praise series at the village church proudly presents Christmas with C.S. Lewis. British actor David Payne will bring the British novelist to life in this one-man dramatic presentation. Stories of family, friends, and faith, the writing of the Chronicles of Narnia, and thoughts on British Christmas traditions will come to life in this special evening presentation. Christmas with C.S. Lewis will begin at 6:15 p.m. at the village church this Sunday. If all this exciting Christmas celebration gets you into the mood to do some singing, then Shell Point has just the outing for you. What better way to celebrate than with fellow Shell Point residents aboard the Suzy Q as you enjoy eggnog and cookies on a sunset cruise. Make sure you sign up at either service desk for one of the Christmas caroling cruises, beginning Monday, December 7th. Other caroling cruises will take place on the 10th, the 17th, and the 22nd of December as well. And speaking of music, let's talk about concerts now. Here at Shell Point, we're honored to have the Southwest Florida Symphony performing on the stage at the Village Church for 3 fabulous concerts, beginning December 21st. Here's the Director of Resident Life, Boren, to give us all the information about the Symphony series.
It's a great privilege to have the Symphony Orchestra in our hometown, but it's even more of a privilege to welcome the orchestra to perform in the concert hall in our own backyard. Hi, I'm Boren, Director of Resident Life here at Shell Point. I'm thrilled to announce that the Southwest Florida Symphony Orchestra will be coming to Shell Point for 3 fabulous performances in the upcoming concert season. With 63 professional musicians and the new musical director, Nir Cabarati, the Southwest Florida Symphony Orchestra is ready to bring the best in classical music to Shell Point. It all begins at Christmas time, when Maestro Nir Cabarati conducts the symphony in its annual Holiday Pops concert. The orchestra will celebrate the joys of December in Florida with a program called Holidays in Paradise, featuring beautiful pieces inspired by the Festival of Lights, Hanukkah, and sing-along tunes like Here Comes Santa Claus, I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas, and other traditional seasonal favorites. Don't miss this popular concert on Monday, December 21st. Tickets for this concert are only $30 each. In January, we enjoy a multimedia presentation conducted by Maestro Leif by Island entitled Discovery Concert Beethoven's Eroica on Thursday, January 14th. On Thursday, February 4th, Maestro Nir Cabarati is back to lead the Southwest Florida Symphony in a symphonic folklore to include Mendelssohn, De Falla, and Copland. These 2 concerts can be bought as a series for $40, which is a savings of $10, or individually as a single ticket for $25. Look for more information and the order form in your concert series brochure or online at shellpoint.net/concerts. We look forward to transforming the church auditorium into a classical musical hall as we continue to bring you the best in music here at Shell Point.
This year's Employee Christmas Fund Drive comes to a close this Friday. Cathy Miskell, chair of this year's fundraiser, has done a wonderful job presenting information and inspiration in her Attitude of Yes segments. Today she presents some information about the deadline and the events to follow.
almost there. There are only a few days left to make your donation to this year's Employee Christmas Fund. The donation deadline is Friday, December 4th. Donations received after that day will be added to the 2016 Christmas Fund and given out a year from now. This year's Christmas gifts will be distributed to employees on Friday, December 11th. They'll be distributed at the Resident Activity Center on the island, at the Woodlands Commons, and at the Larson Pavilion. Weather permitting, or hips, knees, and joints permitting, you might enjoy stopping by outside any one of these venues to thank and cheer the employees as they enter and leave the buildings. Gifts will be distributed between 10:15 a.m. and noon at the Resident Activity Center and the Woodlands. At the Larson Pavilion, things start early, and gifts will be given out from 7 a.m. to 8:30 when the night shift gets off. But for you late sleepers, gifts will also be distributed from 2 p.m. to 3:30. The goal here is to enable those residents who wish to individually thank the employees, but not to interfere with the actual distribution of gifts. That's a job that requires lots of concentration on the part of the volunteers in order to make sure that the right envelope is matched with the right employee. I'm sure you can understand that distractions, however well-intentioned, would not be welcome. That's why I suggest greeting the employees outside the buildings. If you have not yet made a donation, the good news is that it's easy to do. You can drop your check in one of the Christmas boxes that are located at the Island or Woodlands service desks, and Christmas boxes can also be found at the nursing stations at Kings Crown, the Arbor, the Springs, and the Larson Pavilion. Or, if you're so inclined, you can visit the new Employee Christmas Fund webpage at shellpoint.net/christmasfund and pledge your donation online. I do want to mention that no credit card information is necessary. Your donation will appear on your regular monthly billing statement. Whatever method you choose, I urge you to make a donation. I thank you for your generosity and pray that the spirit of Christmas will fill your heart with peace and great joy in the weeks to come. I'm Cathy Miskell, and it has been my privilege to serve as chair of the 2015 Employee Christmas Fund Committee.
And now let's take a look at today's happenings, menus, and Village Church connections.
Hi Shell Point, I'm Melody Desolé, joined today by Caitlin Van Scoy for the Happening segment of SPTV. We are here on Tuesday, December 1st, and Caitlin, I believe it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Everywhere you turn.
There's a tree in the guest motel.
I think there's one in the park as well.
The sturdy kind that doesn't mind
the sun!
Yeah! Okay, let's roll into Tuesday morning's activities. We start off bright and early at 7:15 with a health connection, bend, breathe, and balance class taking place in the health club. At 8 o'clock, we move over to the Woodlands tennis courts for round-robin doubles tennis. The stamp ministry is open at 8:15, and you make your own hours as volunteers. At 8:30, there's two options for you, bocce at the Woodlands Bocce Courts, or at 8:30, the Ladies Golf Association is meeting at the Shell Point Golf Club. At 9:15, the Caregiver Support Group Therapy will take place in the conference room of the Medical Center. Please note that sign-up is required. At 9:15, the Memory Care Group will meet at the conference room of Behavioral Health on the island. Sign-up is required. Also at 9:15, we have open painting in the art studio. Now at 9:30 we have match play mixed doubles tennis meeting at the tennis courts at the Woodlands. Now, as we had alluded on Monday's happenings, we have the gift shop extravaganza. This will take place in the social center and the gift shop here on the island. It goes from 10 until 1 p.m. and it's a one-day shopping event with demonstrations, refreshments, and complimentary gift wrapping, so you don't want to miss a special event. Also at 10 o'clock, we have Susie Q going to Woody's Waterfront Restaurant. Sign up is required through the Island Greeters Desk. At 10:15, Through the Bible will meet in the Osprey Room on the island. And at 10:30, we have Caregiver Support Group Therapy meeting in the conference room at the Medical Center. Sign up is required. And at 10:30, we have Memory Care Group meeting in the conference room of Behavior Health on the island. Sign up is required. Our last program for the morning takes place at 11:45, and it's LifeQuest Living Healthy, which meets in the Osprey Room on the island. Caitlin, take us into the afternoon.
Well, thanks, Melody. We have a 12:30 mixed progressive bridge game that'll be in the game room of the Woodlands. At 12:45, we have a Health Connections class, fitness room orientation. That's in the health club, and you do need to sign up for that. The Knitters group will be in the Osprey Room at 1:15. And the Rollicking Recorderist will be in the Tarpon Room on the island at 1:15. Also at 1:15, Shuffleboard will be at the Shuffleboard courts behind the Resident Activity Center. And our last 1:15 activity is the Women's Ministries Prayer Group. They'll be in the Hospitality Room of the Village Church. The Stamp Ministry will gather in the Sable Room of the Woodlands at 1:30. At 2:45, we have a Health Connections class, Balance and Mobility Training Advanced. That'll be in the Health Club on the island, and that one is currently closed. We have a hymn sing to round out our day at 6:45. That'll be in the Resident Activity Center. Well, we're so happy that you joined us here today. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Menus for Tuesday, December 1st. In the Crystal, the platter is Italian sausage over penne Alfredo with Italian blend vegetables. The dinner is turkey buffet for $13.95. The Allen Cafe at lunch has Philly cheesesteak with onion rings for $7.75, and at dinner, it's grilled orange tilapia with rice and fresh broccoli for $8.75. And for Tuesday in the Palm Grill, it's braised short ribs for $16.95 or linguine and clams for $15.95. All menus are available 24 hours a day at shellpoint.net.
Hi, I'm Randy Woods, and I'm here today as we talk about the recent shoebox ministry for Christmas. I'm here with Bonnie Bishop and Marcia Seeland, and they both have not only participated, but have shared in great joy, and particularly with Bonnie and your husband, Jerry, getting this all organized.
Yes. We had the help of Jan in the office, who really organized and did a lot of corresponding to get everything set up.
Okay.
And then Charlotte and Bill White also helped us.
So you were quite the committee. I remember that first day back in October when you were packing up, getting all the boxes together and constructed them.
Yes, yeah. And that was great fun. And there was a huge turnout for that. Mm-hmm. Lots of companionship and talking and laughing. And I think we did 400 boxes in about an hour.
400 of the boxes.
It was overwhelming.
It was thrilling.
Yeah.
What did you enjoy about it?
Just the fact that we could take them home and fill them.
Yes. Well, that's an interesting story. Let me ask, first of all, Bonnie, you and Jerry, along with Bill and Charlotte, organized this. Yes. Why were you willing to do this? What motivated you?
Well, we've been doing this, both families have been doing this for a long time, and we were approached by the church here, and we said, sure, we'll do it. Okay. And it just kind of went.
Yeah, it did go very smoothly. Yes, things were well organized. Yes. And then, Marcia, have you done this before, or is this?
No, this was my first experience making the boxes. I've filled many before.
Okay, but to make the boxes and get them?
My husband and I worked together on some chairs.
Yes, I saw that.
Okay. Now, you mentioned that you've done this before, but yes, kind of a special tradition of filling the boxes. You do what, 2 or 3 boxes?
A few more than that.
Okay. Well, tell me about why you fill them and how you honor your family with the shoe boxes.
Well, we have many grandchildren, and we have 18 still in school.
Okay.
And so we thought to honor them. They've been so blessed in their with their families and their faith. And I thought this would be such a wonderful opportunity to reach others.
Yeah.
And so I told my grandchildren what we were going to do, and they were just delighted.
Isn't that exciting? And we've seen the videos of the children all over the world, from Africa throughout Asia and Europe. And there is a sparkle in their eyes when they get that little box. It must be wonderful to know that with your grandchildren, with families, and the friends here that have participated, the joy that is being shared around the world throughout the holiday season.
So many of the children over there never receive a gift. And so this is a real special treat for them.
Now, what was the goal? Remind me, how many boxes were we hoping to get?
400 boxes.
And did we even come close? That seems like a lot of boxes.
Well, the Sunday before, we had maybe a few stragglers, maybe 40 boxes left.
Okay.
But they disappeared that week. There were several mysterious mystery.
Okay.
They just.
Okay, so they all
took them
disappeared.
all. Yeah, they were all
and they all
gone.
come back?
And they all came back. 398 of them.
Well, I thank both of you for your work and involvement, as well as the Whites, and particularly appreciate your enthusiasm of getting involved and sharing this excitement. And as Bill has prayed, and as Pastor Andy did on Sunday as well, as these boxes now leave the United States over the holidays and are being distributed all over the world, we pray God's richest blessings on the children as they receive it.
And they learn about Jesus with the gift that they get. There's also included some tract in their language that these children can understand, so they learn about Jesus.
And that's a wonderful part of this whole ministry. Obviously, there are gifts, there are candy, there are toys and T-shirts, but the reading material in their language, Bible study, and Christian nurturing material. And so we pray that God will just bless that. And we'll look forward to the opportunity to hear a report later and how these boxes have indeed brought joy and touched lives. Well, thank you all for being with us. And again, and we thank you for your help and your leadership in this whole project. And for the residents, for the staff, those who have participated, thank you for being generous and being part of the Shoebox Ministry this Christmas season.
Thanks for joining us for today's program. Return tomorrow when Dottie Morrison will present another Gallery Glimpses segment featuring photographer Herb Sklar. And Robert Dempsey will share about his reunion in Italy with a friend after 45 years. Until then, this has been Shell Point Today for Tuesday, December 1st. I'm Dan Philgreen, and on behalf of everyone at Shell Point TV, we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.